Hey everybody, and welcome back to Dark Souls. I am Zain, and you may be wondering why we're here in Fireland. It's because I accidentally forgot to talk to this
Hello
lady.
again. We're both managing quite well, aren't we? But I haven't found my father yet. Have you seen him?
Answer is always yes.
Really? Then I must be off. I'm sorry he's caused you trouble. He has a knack for that. If you just stay put.
Alrighty, so that's another flag down for the final events of the Sigmar Chronicles. And there's also another thing that I should probably do. Let me go and find it. Doom's Archives. I'm gonna go pick up something I completely forgot about. I'll cut you in when we get there. So we're back here where Lil Gain was captured. We don't have to free him anymore because he, freed himself. You may notice that all the Illithids are, just kind of chilling here. That's because without the music playing, they just stay in this area. And it could be really dangerous to have all of them in there, so always a good idea to pull one of them at a time. With all of them dead, though, we can now go and use the giant cell key, go back here, and find a dead firekeeper, strangely enough. Alrighty, and there's also another little item that I missed over here. It's not as good as it used to be, because it was completely bugged out. You took no damage whatsoever. It was kind of cool. But needless to say, they nerfed that because it was not working as intended. Now then, you might be wondering, what are we doing here? Well, there's a little secret that we need to go and take care of. Let's go and find it first. Dark Moon Sentence Ring. There we go. Wall goes away, and we have another area to take a look at. What's going to be? And it's a secret optional boss, and so we'll be fighting him. You may be wondering why I'm not fighting the boss in Lost Islith. Well,
this is the tomb of the great Lord Gwyn. Tarnished it shall not be by the feet of men. If thou art a true disciple of the Dark Sun, cast aside thine ire. Hear the voice of mine self, Gwyndolin, and kneel before me.
There's an option that we need to do. There's going to be somebody after we defeat the boss that we could either talk to or not. It's up to you guys on this one. You're going to have to vote. But first, let's kneel.
O disciple of the Dark Sun, thou hast journeyed far. Hear my voice. If thou shalt swear by the covenant to become a shadow of Father Gwyn and Sister Guinevere, a blade that shall hunt the foes of our lords, then I shall protect thee, safeguarding thy person with the power of the Dark Moon.
Let's join it for a quick second.
Very well. Hunteth the enemies of the lords by the power of the Dark Sun.
And, now that we've joined it, let's immediately break it. And fight Gwendolyn.
What foolishness! Why would a blade of the Dark Moon trespasseth upon the great Lord's tomb? Mark the words of mine self, Gwyndolin. Thou shalt not go unpunished.
This boss fight's pretty straightforward. The thing is that he'll always be trying to go away from us. And don't do this. Don't do what I just did. You gotta wait for your opening to move ahead, and I did not. Gwendolyn's pretty easy. I mean, once you realize the pattern, and this plays yet again. So what Gwendolyn does is cast a couple of these orbs, fire a couple of shots of his bow, and you want to get out of the way of that, and then move forward. Going to be the pattern for a lot of the fight. In fact, if it is, I will speed things up a bit.
Swathed in dark, an eternal curse upon thee.
And with that, Gwendolyn has been, well, slain. Fairly easy boss once you realize the pattern. He brings a lot of openings. Prior patches, I think he's used the magic more than he's used the bow, and I'm really glad that he used the bow. Because that's easier to advance on than when he uses the big magic attack. Yeah, and you're not going to get much in terms of spoils of war. But Gwendolyn, as you notice, is a bit different. He is considered an abomination. And thus, why we didn't see anything towards him. And the brass set. You might have noticed, remember this set from when we talked to that lady in Anne Orlando. This is the armor set of the Dark Moon, which is really weird because we can't get it unless we go and betray the Dark Moon. I'm missing something. There it is. Looks pretty cool. Might even say it looks better than the Paladin set. Not as good as the Paladin set. We've got Sunlight Blade. It's a pretty awesome blade. It's considered one of the best faith enchants in the game. It depends, like if you New Game Plus and use Dark Moon Blade, that would be, as long as you're rank 3 in that Covenant, that would be still stronger. But still, you know, I mean, it's close between the two. There's one other thing I need to do, outside of switch back to the Paladin set, and that is to go up and see what that lady has to say about the fact that we killed Gwendolyn. Now then, you've been noticing I haven't really been saying anything about Gwendolyn's sex, and that's because it's a bit ambiguous. He is a dude, but he was raised as a girl, so they'll often refer to Gwendolyn as she or he. It depends on where you're talking to, who you're talking to on that one. But it's just Gwendolyn is a weird snake person. Okay, that was kind of weird. There she.
So it was you, was it? How dare you produce a blade upon a deity? How did you ever get this far? I shall end your suffering here and now. It is the least that I can do.
As you can see, she has a parrying dagger, and she's in parrying stance right now. And she's also enchanted her blade with the Dark Moon Blade spell.
This woman is a threat, Master Gwendolyn.
And with that, we got another Firekeeper soul. But the problem is, we killed the Firekeeper, so hey, we can't warp out of there. Either way, I want to thank you all again, though, for joining me on this mini, you could kind of say it's a mini update, more housekeeping update of Dark Souls, and I'll see you in the next episode.